inside your own brain.
Too expensive and insurance won't cover them.
The Jefferson Institute is one of only 2 facilities in the entire country that specializes in the care of patients in an advanced vegetative state. The Institute can house these patients for a fraction of what it would cost a conventional hospital.
Jefferson, what's let us in? So we broke in. Room after room. Empty. What kind of hospital has no bodies? What we did find, we can't explain. Then the guards came.
Just in time.
Here you go.
Morning, everyone.
Oh,
Sweet. Gang, let's rock and roll.
Watched the game last night, Chambers?
Fourth quarter. Wild one.
Dr. Taylor's got season tickets. How was it, Doc?
My son-in-law used them. You know how it is. Never enough time in the day. I don't think I've seen one game this year. I got stuck in an ethics board meeting, then a fundraiser. Caught the last 2 minutes on the ride home, though. All right, that is the last of the fibroids. And we're good.
Losing a lot of blood, Doc?
Not more than 100 cc's. Nice color, very nice. Why?
Pressure's 80 over 58, dropping. Turn the music off.
What? How can that be?
I don't know. Give me a second.
It's not coming from me.
This doesn't make any sense, eh?
Talk to me, Ramirez.
Heart rate is out of whack.
Eyes.
Fixed and dilated. I'm showing 0 brain activity.
Damn it.
Okay! It's okay! I was doing nothing! He came at me, you saw him!
Dr. Taylor, just the man I'm looking for. You got a second?
Don't let him get to you, Mark.
Sir?
Is it fair that I'm working at the hospital and here? The people are gonna rise up one day.
I didn't pick my parents, you know. I'll do the grocery shopping this week, okay?
Yeah, you better unless you want us surviving on berries and worms. Ah, Susan!
Miss, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Are you okay?
Okay.
Call 911.
Thanks. Anyway, it was so scary. I thought I was gonna have to find myself a new roommate.
I know. And the weirdest part was opening my eyes and having some strange guy over me.
That was weird for you? Speaking of which, looks like someone's trying to get your attention.
Okay.
I'll take the guy from the pool any day.
Come on. You've got good eyes.
That's why I'm going into ophthalmology. Serious. You want me to get the number of the mouth-to-mouth guy?
No, don't you dare.
Come on.
Don't.
I can break into his locker at the pool. Tell you if he wears boxers or briefs. Don't worry. You'll do great. I'm on 6 if you need me.
Montoya? Paul Carpenter. I'm a medical student. I'm supposed to report to the head nurse.
Sylvie, lady in 514 yanked out her line again. Yeah. Someone find Cartwright.
Nurse, I need some help. Okay, is this the surgical rotation?
Did you find him yet?
What's her problem?
That's actually considered pleasant, but Montoya.
Okay.
And yes, this is the surgical rotation. New student?
Transfer from New York.
Hey, guys. Hi. You. How is your head?
It's better.
Good, I'm glad. My name is Mark Bellows. I know you.
From the Georgia Yacht Club. Paul Carpenter, sir.
Good to see you. Call me Mark. In front of patients, Dr. Bellows.
Hannah Goldberg.
Hi, Hannah.
Jeffrey Fairweather.
Hi.
Susan Wheeler.
Ah, you're the Wheeler.
Like as in this building? The Wheeler Pavilion?
Towns Wheeler performed the very first open heart surgery in Atlanta.
My grandfather.
That was back when they named buildings to honor people, not just to shake them down.
Well, welcome, Susan. A legacy will get you in, but only hard work will keep you here. Okay, show of hands. How many of you are absolutely certain that you want to be surgeons? Congratulations, you screwed up already. They didn't tell you? Never do your first rotation in your chosen field. Use the ones you don't care about to gain experience. Follow me.
Hey. Hi, you all right?
I don't know where I am.
Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, Mrs. Danner. I'm sure somebody will be here any second. You just breathe.
Okay, guys, there is a liver resection happening in OR 4, so let's go.
I'm coming.
Okay, kids, showtime.
They said I had Alzheimer's, and I don't. And they left me out here.
I'm here with you now, right?
Okay, Mrs.
Danner.
We're going to take you downstairs now.
Listen, I don't want to cause any trouble or anything, but I just don't think she should be left alone.
Okay, sure.
Hey, Jeffrey, could you help me out here for a second?
what you need?
Could you just hand me one of those scrub brushes up there? You're tall.
Sorry to keep you waiting. How have you been feeling? Have you been taking your medication? Would you say I've been helpful to you, Arno? I feel like I've been very protective toward you. Maybe too protective.
No.
Have you been seeing the trees?
Trees ain't real. I make the trees in my dreams. The girl ain't real either.
Fairweather, do a neuro check. Hi, Mrs. Sands, it's Dr. Bellows. You're looking well. Guys, the patient's name is Marla Sands. She was brought in on the 21st with nausea, fatigue, weakness, and vomiting. Susan, would you like to do the honors?
Sure.
Mrs. Sands, this is going to take care of your nausea, okay? I find that if you pinch the patient's arm, they barely feel a thing. Here you go.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, jeez, I got it.
If you drop it, they won't feel it at all.
But where it happens to the best of us, Susan. There you go.
Simple.
Very good. Follow me.
Sorry, you have to leave now. The surgical team's doing rounds late.
Charles, report to pediatrics. Dr. Charles, you're needed in pediatrics, please.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, guys.
Oh my God. I know her.
Susan?
I see her at the pool. What happened to her?
She was diagnosed with simple fibroid tumors. After a successful hysteroscopy, she lapsed into a coma.
Common procedure.
The incidents of coma after anesthesia are 1 in 8,000. Now, I was not there for this case, but I have been in the room when it's happened before, and trust me, it's not something you ever want to experience.
In 3 days, her coverage for hospital care will end. Jefferson is the only facility your insurance will approve for long-term care. Honestly, Mrs. Greenlee, your daughter will receive more attention and have a better chance of recovering at Jefferson.
Hey. I used to see her at the pool.
Yeah, she loved swimming, or loved swimming.
She seems so nice, and I know she didn't deserve this. Not that anyone deserves this.
Well, it's what you people did to her. She was perfectly healthy.
Friend of yours or something?
It's Nancy Greenlee's fiance. I'm just trying to understand it. How do I get access to her admittance record and surgical chart?
You can't, honey. Hospital guidelines restrict students' access to the records, and the op report is not available in the chart yet. Anyone asks, I'll tell them you stole my ID.
Okay, what if I want to look up other cases like hers?
You can narrow your total down by length of stay, but after that, you still have to go through one case at a time.
We missed you last night. The entire board was there.
I had a patient tear open some sutures. I couldn't get away.
Get your priorities straight, Mark. If the board doesn't think you're serious, they'll go with another cancer.
Oh, come on, admit it. You only wanted me there to help you push through the next phase of your Alzheimer's study.
Yes. But I also like you, and I'm trying to help you. And yes, Stark fails to see the value in my study.
Well, I'll be there next week. Scout's honor. I appreciate everything you're doing for me. Hey, Susan, listen. When I ask you to join me in the operating room, here's the thing. I'm not really asking you. I'm telling you.
The patient needed someone to stay with her.
I understand, but this is a factory, and if you walk away from the assembly line, there will be consequences, okay? And you can't get attached to every patient that comes in here. If you do, you won't last long. Let's leave that for the nurses and the families and the volunteers, okay? Thanks. And Susan? You should have let Fairweather pass out in the OR. He wouldn't have done the same thing for you.
Why are there so many comas?
I don't know.
I mean, this seems like a lot, doesn't it? Only coma cases go to Jefferson, right?
I'll leave a note for the head nurse. She can ask the doctors to look into it. Go home.
Hey, Nancy. How is it out there?
Rowdy as ever. Same as usual.
There have always been two types of doctors. Those who attend the ill and those who research in the hope of curing all ills. The cost of quality care versus the cost of research. And both, sadly, are addicted to profit. Through research, we can discover cures for many illnesses, making the human race itself healthier. The remodeling is not until next year, Mr. Fairweather.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Thank you. Now, is it ethical to spend a smaller amount on those less likely to benefit from a procedure? Or is it better to sacrifice that patient and his well-being for the greater good of the community? Mr. Fairweather.
If we can't cure, aren't we only really biding time until the inevitable?
Yeah, and who decides? The doctor, the patient, or the insurer?
Well, obviously, we're the only ones in a real position to evaluate the chances of success versus the ultimate cost.
Excellent questions for next week's class. Susan, I'm so glad you came. Your grandfather would be proud. You had a question.
Isn't it our job to do what's best for our patients?
Yes. But the irony is that we have done our job too well, and we live in an aging society. Is it right to devote resources to those who will succumb to some ailment or other? Or is it sensible to discover cures for your children so they'll have better lives?
So Stark does this every year just to prove how much money he has?
Stark doesn't take a cent from Memorial.
Really?
The Starks were bankers. Almost totally wiped out by the Civil War. They lost a bundle in loans against slaves.
Mortgaging human beings. Quaint.
Divorced 12 years ago, not long after his daughter died of juvenile diabetes. No family left. He lives all alone in what's practically a castle. If I'm gonna marry this guy, I think I'm allowed to Google him.
Wow. Wish me luck. Good luck.
Quadruple bypass. 06. Quacks at Mercy didn't give me a chance.
I wouldn't be standing here today had it not been for Stark. One hell of a doctor.
You sure this isn't a fundraiser? Every time you throw a party, it costs my clients a fortune.
Oh, well, I think we made your clients more than they'll ever be able to give away.
But they didn't even call you in for a review?
I'm not going to call myself in for review.
Yeah, but a coma? Are you kidding me? Nelson thought I took too long stitching up a hernia. He had me in front of the ethics board the next day.
Hey, how you doing?
Did you hit that yet?
No, I did not, but go for it. Knock yourself out.
Could be the fastest way to the top.
Have another drink, Chandler.
I'm just saying. Nice party, huh?
Yes, we should have more events like this. I think it's important to remember, especially as a student, that there is life outside the hospital.
The life. I'm still trying to figure out when I'm supposed to sleep.
I thought you were doing that Deering surgery.
You'll have to excuse him, Dr. Lindquist. Paul's a little on the competitive side.
We're wired to compete. Our ancestors competed for food, for shelter, for mates, and those who couldn't didn't survive.
Hey, it's how we distinguish the best from the rest, Fairweather. Best from the rest.
Oh, well, it rhymes, so it must be true. Fool, tool, see, I did it too. Hey, Susan, over here. Have you met Susan Wheeler? This is one of the smartest students we have. Susan, it's Dr. Lindquist. She's the head of psychiatry with a PhD in neuroscience.
Hi, wow, a brain surgeon who knows what you're thinking.
What field do you hope to go in, Susan?
Neurosurgery.
Well, it's always nice to have fresh blood. If you make the cut. Welcome to Memorial.
This is like really intense, right?
You think? I was dying. Say the wrong thing to the wrong department head. You end up in proctology.
And Carpenter's really into it.
Yeah, well, he's an elitist and a sociopath. Most doctors are only one or the other. He's the whole package. Most likely to succeed.
Yeah. I'm not really sure I'm fitting in here.
You don't. Trust me, I don't either. Now, you're smart, you're nice. These people are monsters. They're Southerners. We get another drink, you want one?
Oh, no, I'm fine. Thank you.
Is she taken?
Oh, sure. No, it's... Good. I never properly thanked you for saving my life the other day.
No, you didn't. Are you going to now?
Did you know Nancy Greenlee?
It's hard to believe, right?
It's really scary. I think I better go check on my roommate.
That sounds like a good idea.
Make sure she's still standing upright.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
You look too young to be a doctor.
That's because I'm a med student.
Ah, that's why you look so tired. It's beginning to think it was my fault.
Oh, actually, you can't use that in here. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Something wrong with it anyway.
What's that?
Your number isn't in it.
It says there were some tests ordered here, but there's no doctor listed. It just says admin.
Probably doctor. Anything for a buck, MD.
Anyone mention what these tests were for?
Who knows? Dr. Cartwright did the surgery on my knee last time. I mean, what do you test for when you have torn ligaments anyway? So you're not married or engaged or anything, are you?
So the only medication you're taking is ibuprofen?
Usually in the morning. You know what you need?
And no allergies to any medications, as far as you know? Which knee is it? Right knee.
Right knee.
Right knee.
I've got this place on the Sound. It's beautiful this time of year. And empty. You can come down and just stare at the water.
Do you wear dentures, partial or full, or have any dental implants?
Said a yes.
Hey. May I use your ID? It's all yours.
At the Institute, we rely on the most advanced techniques modern medicine has to offer to ensure our
What's that?
comfort. Our business is
It's
caring.
just some link I got by accident, I guess.
Guess who just assisted Bellows and McCleary?
Yeah? Great.
Our business is caring. Caring for patients, caring for families, caring for the future. That's what the Jefferson Institute is all about.
Jefferson?
Yeah. I've just been kind of curious. Do you know about this place?
An uncle of mine got into a construction accident and landed in a coma. He ended up there a few years ago. My mom was ready to pull the plug, but they took him. I only visited once. It reminded me of a hotel. Or like a giant funeral home.
Is he still in there?
I'm not even sure.
The Jefferson Institute is one of only 2 facilities in the entire country that specializes in the care of patients in an advanced vegetative state. The Institute can house these patients for a fraction of the cost of a conventional hospital.
Jefferson, what's Lena said? So we broke in. Room after room, empty. What we did find, we can't explain. Then the guards came.
Hurry, they're coming! Go, go, go! Let's get out of here!
Can I help you?
Hi, I'm a medical student at Memorial. I'm wondering if I could have the tour.
So sorry to have kept you waiting. We only conduct tours that have been arranged by hospitals or medical schools.
I didn't realize. Well, since I'm here, there's someone I'd like to visit.
Family?
No, she's a friend, Nancy Greenlee.
Oh, my, no. Sorry. You would need permission from the patient's life guardian.
Well, she was someone I knew when she came into the hospital. I'm a third-year med student. I'll speak to my advisor. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh my God, I remember you. Susan, right?
Very funny.
I'm meeting Anna and Lisbeth at McHugh's. You're coming.
No, I can't. I'm trying to study the coma rate at Memorial. You know, it's 9 cases in just a few months.
You want one?
No. It's different doctors, different procedures, it's different times of day. Now I lost access to the records.
Why?
This nurse on the floor, Montoya, she was helping me, and then she just quit.
I don't think she quit. A nurse on your floor stole a patient's iPod.
Montoya?
Yeah, I think so. They found it in her bag. Tell you what, I'll get you the records if you do something in return.
How do you have access to records?
They don't care in ophthalmology. They log in the morning, and anyone can look at anything they want to.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Just give me a list of what you need and either come hang out with me or
what?
Or hang out with Dr. Bellows. He can help. You have his number, don't you?
Yes, he gave it to us, but...
If he gave it to you, then you can use it. He's cute. Have dinner, talk shop. See what else comes up.
You could turn that thing off when you're here, you know.
I'm a doctor, remember?
How did she get your number?
She is entirely too young for me.
He's a politician. I'm still jealous, though. Baby, don't be jealous. No, she means nothing to me.
This isn't personal. I'm sure she's just calling about the Greenlee case. That's the procedure Dr. Taylor did the day that he killed himself.
Oh.
I tried to talk to him that day. He brushed me off.
You didn't tell me you saw him.
Yeah.
I know how much he meant to you. Survivor depression is very common in grieving families and friends, you know. Is there something I could have done? Is there one thing that I could have said? Dr. Nelson told me that Taylor's health was failing. Heart.
I didn't know.
And who knows what was going on, you know, with his family, his wife, his kids, his grandkids.
Mark.
What are you doing? We got surgery in 10 minutes.
I know. Listen, I went to Jefferson, and for a place that houses only technically dead patients, they make it very difficult to get in.
You don't really have time for side projects.
They said I would need you to arrange a tour for me.
This is your surgical rotation. You really want to end up at Memorial or not?
I found 8 other recent coma cases beside Nancy Greenlee's.
Well, it's a big place.
In 4 months. That's 10 times higher than the average for the same number of surgeries.
If that's true, the hospital's already looking into it. It's not something they're going to send a memo out about. Where did you get those numbers?
I looked at the transfers to Jefferson. I don't know if it's procedure or equipment or some particular doctor, but you have access to those surgical records. I mean, maybe...
How did you get access to the admittance and the discharge files?
Montoya.
I think you may have helped get her fired.
So, young man, which knee is it? It's the right. Susan?
Yeah.
Hey, there you are. So what'd you think about my offer? Come down to the ocean, stare at the waves, wind in your hair?
Sean, I think you know how I feel about those baby blues, so you do not want to make me jealous.
Now, my 5th anniversary is tomorrow. Should I get a perfume?
Now that's original.
Speaking of, is someone wearing perfume?
Oh, yeah, it's mine, Mark. Do you like it?
Never wear perfume in the OR, okay? Might as well light a cigarette.
What is 5? I know first is paper,
Wood, I think, right? 5 is wood.
so I can get her a pair of wooden claws.
That would make me sign on for another 5 years.
Thank you.
All right, heart rate is climbing. It's over 100. His heartbeat's at 120. I knew we should have done the nerve block. Turn the music on,
Come on,
please.
Connor, can you keep this guy asleep for me, please?
He's breathing on his own.
What's going on? Is he going to be all right?
You don't. BP is in the tank. 68 over 36. Call my attending.
Okay, what the hell's going on here? Get the crash cart, please.
This can't be happening. This guy's totally healthy. Start compression. He's arrested. I'm giving epi.
No, I can see that, damn it. Look, get a crash cart in here. Everybody follow code. Hurry up.
Go, go, go.
Get the cart in here. Come on.
You should go home. Get some sleep.
What happened?
You were there. We did everything right. The hospital will review what happened, see if any mistakes were made, and why his body reacted the way
He had the same surgery 2 years ago, same anesthesia, and he did not go into a coma because of some reaction.
Susan, I'm sorry.
Hi. I'm Susan Wheeler.
Sure, Mark's student. I'm Ramirez.
Have a seat.
I saw your name in Nancy Greenlee's file. And I was hoping you might tell me about what happened.
Why?
I knew her.
I was the one who took her hand from her fiance before we rolled her into the OR, and I was the one who told him she wasn't gonna wake up.
Well, what do you think? Do you think she had a stroke? And the procedure itself, was there anything unusual? Was her blood a lot darker?
Which would indicate a loss of oxygen to the brain? No. If anything, it was brighter. Her color was fine. Her labs were fine. No problems with the surgery at all.
What did the surgeon think about what happened? Did you speak to him afterward?
The surgeon. Dr. Taylor went home and hung himself.
Did you drop this? Please. I can't believe you did it. Wake up.
Hey, what's going on? I got those files you wanted.
I know, I saw. Thank you. Where did this come from?
What is it? I don't know.
It's on the floor. Was somebody in here?
The landlord said he was gonna come by and fix the light over the sink. I heard what happened in surgery. Sorry. I gotta go to bed.
Mark Bellows, right?
Yeah, that's me.
James Harper.
Yeah, I remember you. You're Regina Harper's brother, right?
She's finally dead.
Oh, God, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know that.
Is everything all right, Mr.
Yeah,
B?
no, Lawrence, we're okay. We just a little misunderstanding. It's fine.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Thank you, though. Thank you.
At Jefferson, they cremated her. I picked her ashes up this morning. My mother has Alzheimer's. She doesn't have much time left. The last thing she needs is your damn blood money. I want you to take this, and I want you to shove it up the asses of every nurse and doctor who was there that day.
Mr. McKenna, please dial 3459. Mr. McKenna, please dial 3459.
Going through old cases, Mark?
I believe it was my first rotation. I heard it from you.
Heard what?
A good doctor never stops looking for answers.
I never actually thought you were listening.
I wasn't.
The Harper case.
Yeah.
Find anything?
No.
I came to commend you on one of your students, Paul Carpin. He assisted Dr. Glaxon yesterday. I was in the room, eager to learn, good hands, very professional.
That's fantastic. Thank you, sir. I'll pass it on to him.
He stands in contrast to another one of your students. You have explained concept of patients' rights to privacy.
Sir.
Searching for answers is one thing. Violating patients' rights is another.
Susan Wheeler, I'm not sure you've met. This is Dr. Nelson. He's the head of anesthesiology.
One of my interns, Dr. Ramirez, told me that you were questioning him. Is there some level of expertise of which we are unaware?
I'm sorry. I was only asking.
I'll be in touch with the university as to your conduct.
Dr. Nelson, in fairness, sir, I think she's upset about the Berman case. Personally, this is the second case I've been involved in that ended in an unexplained coma.
You know very well that a hospital has a rigid chain of command. Leave the investigation to those who have the data. That's their job. Susan Wheeler isn't here to interrogate my doctors. She's here to learn. That's her job.
I understand, but sir...
Your name has come up as a candidate for the ethics committee. It means a lot more money, and you'll have a chance to shape hospital policy. You'll want to be a part of that.
In a living subject, This would be coursing with dark and blue venous blood. First, we take the liver, and you can see the inferior vena cava.
Professor?
And if you nick it in surgery, don't. What's the matter?
Well, I had a pretty bad run-in with Dr. Nelson.
He is investigating my conduct with the university. I think he wants to kick me out because I've been digging around.
Ah, look, he's just an ass. And every year he picks one student to pick up. Nothing ever comes of it.
No, I'm not talking about hospital politics here. People are being put into comas.
They're putting people into comas. Do you know what your grandfather would be saying to you right now? He would be saying that no doctor wants to lose a patient, and every doctor loses one. You have to promise yourself that you learn from it.
I don't understand. What are you saying?
I'm saying for you to remember that you're a doctor. You have a curious medical mind. Use it. Use it to alleviate the suffering of thousands of people to come.
Excuse me, Professor
Okay,
Nelson?
that's what... Yes. And if Dr. Nelson keeps on you, let me know about it.
Hey, this is Jen. You know what to do. Leave a message at the tone.
Hey, Jen, it's me. Yeah, I just got off the train, so I'll be home in a minute. What do you want to do?
You'll end up at Jefferson, too.
Look, I really don't see the point of this. I told you I didn't see him.
Maybe you saw him earlier in the evening, and he followed you. It might jar your memory. The truth is, Miss Wheeler, there's not much else we can do.
The park is full of security cameras.
We checked the footage. He must have gotten you in a blind spot.
You do believe me.
Short of a witness coming forward, we don't have anything to go on.
This is my second case. I assisted Taylor about a year ago. This girl, Regina Harper, she was a college track star, and it was a simple cyst removal, and she never regained consciousness. Neither of them make any sense to me.
It's one of the reasons we invented God. To pin the blame for senseless occurrences on the whim of a higher power.
I think Nelson dangled that job in front of me to shut Susan up. Which makes me wonder if there really is a problem at Memorial.
The position wasn't Nelson's idea.
Oh, it was your idea?
He's just like everyone else. Open to the right suggestions. What's going on?
I gotta go. Susan. Susan, you all right?
Yeah. I'm sorry to bother you. I really am.
No, please.
My roommate didn't pick up her phone. And tried my friend Anna. Tried Jeffrey Fairweather.
Well, hey, look, I'm honored to be your last resort, okay? Come on. Let's get you out of here. Did he hurt you? It must have been really terrifying. I'm so sorry. Did you get a look at him?
It's just a blur. I mean, he came up behind me and covered my head. Threw me down on the ground and he just ran off. I don't even think they believed me in there.
Then we should talk to somebody higher up. I mean, you were attacked. They've got to do something, right?
This might sound crazy, but I think this guy was in my apartment.
What did the police say?
I didn't tell them that. They were already blowing me off, but Jen said she thought the super was in our apartment to fix this light, but that light is still broken. You'll end up in Jefferson, too.
What does that mean?
That's what he said in my ear when he was choking me. How come you didn't tell me Nancy Greenlee's surgeon killed himself?
I know that it's awful, but I try not to make connections that aren't there.
But what if it's not a pathogen or some piece of equipment? I mean, what if it's intentional?
No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you intentionally put a patient into a coma?
Organs?
Organs? Bioengineering? Okay, let's say you wanted a heart or a lung or even a limb. Why not kill the patient during surgery? Why even bother with a coma? Death happens, and hospitals and families and judges accept that. But a coma, fairly or not, reeks of medical incompetence, and the lawyers come in. So, I mean, can you honestly tell me, you think you'd make more money harvesting organs than you'd pay out in litigation? I mean, you'd have to be doing something that brought in billions of dollars. See that house? When I was a third-year med student, my father had a heart attack and died. Add to that the hours and the stress, and I screwed up. I missed a fever in a patient, and by morning she was full-blown septicemia. Dr. Taylor, who saved her, took me here. Took us home to have dinner with his family. Anyway, the reason I haven't said anything, it's not some conspiracy. I just... still hurts.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Honestly, I feel kind of silly, but
You kidding? I'm not leaving until I know you're okay. Is this your bedroom? Where do you sleep?
who sleeps? My roommate's gone.
Is this her room?
Yeah.
Boy, I'd say when she leaves, she really leaves.
Hi, Mom. What? No, I'm fine. What do you mean? Oh, no, I'm home. I'm not in the hospital. Well, what did they say when they called? No, don't come. I'm fine. Really, I'm home. This is a mistake. Okay. I love you too.
What happened?
Someone just called my mother and told her I was badly injured in a car accident.
Who called?
They said they were from the ER Memorial.
Hey. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Hey. What are you doing? You can't put a coffee cup on another human being. It's disgusting.
Come on. telling you, it's not worth it, dude.
Give me a cup of coffee, bitch.
Did you screw her? What are we, in high school?
I have a patient, Mark.
I think we should talk about this.
Let's keep our professional and our personal lives separate. No, but there was a Kathleen Wheeler admitted.
Wheeler. I'm a medical student.
It's a big hospital.
Okay, somebody called my mom in New York from the ER last night.
Let me ask my colleague.
Deja que tu hermana lo vea, hazme el favor. Ay, Dios mío, estos niños.
Hey, let me see.
Jesse, ¿qué te pasa, papi? Jesse, ¿qué te pasa, papi? Jesse, respira, respira. Papi, ayúdame, por favor.
Please, I need to get that stretcher.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué te pasa?
He's choking. We need to get him intubated on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jesse, respira. Jesse, vas a estar bien, vas a estar bien.
Let's open the door, please.
Please. Lo que le está pasando, Jesse, por favor, por favor, dime qué es lo que le toca a mi hijo. Por favor, dígame qué es lo que le está pasando a mi hijo. Doctor.
It's asthma. Look, we see him twice a month.
It's not asthma.
Mother won't get rid of the cats. The uncle smokes. Who are you?
I'm a medical student. This is not
Okay.
asthma.
Excuse me. Let me.
My brother has asthma. It's a different sound. Trust me.
Hold on. All right, let's get a tube in him.
Excuse me, man.
Hurry, get the mother out of here.
Man, please. He's got to be shot. You'll be more comfortable out here. Just calm down.
I do.
Good. Tilt his head back. Hold him up like this. There you go. Very good. All right. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. All right. Hold him right there. Good. All right. This should be getting good.
The T status dropping. I don't think the tube is in place.
Why don't you just watch and learn? Learn what? What do we have here? Dr. Stark, it's asthma. I've intubated.
It's not asthma.
He's not responding to the epinephrine.
It's not asthma. He's choking. His groin is blocked. Okay, bronchoscopy in the OR right now.
Jesse.
Espero que se esperen. Despido que recen por nosotros. ¿Pueden hacer eso?
Sí.
Okay. There. And through the carina. And there's where you were blocked. The air couldn't get through the right main stem bronchus and into the lungs because there is a battery in the way.
Battery?
A battery.
Is Susan in there with Stark?
The man, the legend.
Well, she is good. I gotta give her that. I hear she showed a Felsen in the ER.
Hey, why don't you get a life?
Oh, yeah, I get it. You get me into a fight, get me voted off the island.
Oh, you see right through me, Carpin. I'm gonna need some extra hands here. You ever done this before? Oh, it's just easy. Right here. There we go. Gentle, gentle. In we go. All right. You will grasp. 1, 2, 3. Good. Up we come. With me. Gently. With me. Good. Well done, Doctor.
Jen, hey.
Hey.
What's going on? I've been trying to call you.
Yeah, my phone died. Sorry. Sorry to just leave a note. My brother drove his truck up from Noonan. Last night was the only time he had. Oh. Here's your key back.
What's going on?
They tossed me.
What?
You know, it's for the best. My grandma's sick. This will give me more time to spend with her. They said I could probably come back next year. I'm just here to sign some paperwork, dot the I's. You know, I'm sorry I skipped out on you. My head's still spinning.
What did they say?
They said my performance wasn't up to par. Up to par? There were no tests, no evaluations.
Did they find out about the files that you printed out for me?
No. Why? If they did, they didn't say anything.
I'm so sorry.
Excuse me. Hi, come on in. Let's get a coffee. Are you okay?
I just found Jen, and I think I may have gotten her thrown out of school.
Oh, I found out something yesterday. Regina Harper, the coma patient.
Yeah.
Her family received a check for $485,000.
Do you think this is connected?
Hello, doctors. Nice work.
Dr. Stark.
Good story there, Dr. Bellows.
Yes, this is Susan Wheeler. This is her first rotation.
Pleasure to meet you under such circumstances.
Sir, the honor is mine.
You know, I took my first anatomy class from your grandfather. He was quite the taskmaster. He didn't let much get by him either. I was genuinely sorry to hear that he passed.
Yeah, well, I was only 11.
You're going to do your family proud. But if you don't, you'll have me to answer to.
Sir.
It's not you that I'm worried about, it's Stark.
I'll talk to him.
It's just that he makes arbitrary decisions based on his God complex, and we have to live with him. I mean, I don't know if you realize this, but he's looking to scrap your study. He thinks his heart program is a big profit center. He's already recruited Stafford.
Maybe it's time to replace him.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. I mean, he's a rainmaker. As long as he keeps bringing in funding, he's not going anywhere.
I want you to start taking this medication 3 times a day until we see each other again. That's once every 8 hours. Do you understand? And let's stay away from Miss Wheeler for a while, okay?
Listen, I just came by to tell you that I spoke to Regina Harper's brother, the coma patient. Deceased, the one that I was... Anyway, I went back into her file. There's no diabetes, there's no problems with previous surgeries, and there's no sign of incompetence on Memorial's part. Yet she received some huge check from this brokerage firm. Now, the memo that I saw said Helix Global Care, Inc.
What's that?
I have no idea. I was hoping you could... I mean, do they deal with the hospital?
Who knows? Maybe it's insurance. That would make sense. Pay fast, cut your losses. But why are you talking about this with me?
The mother has Alzheimer's, Margaret Harper. I didn't know if you'd seen her as a part of your study.
I don't have any patients named Harper. And you didn't come here to talk about that.
What did I come to talk about?
You came to dump me. We have something good, Mark. We could be a powerful couple at Memorial. I just think you need to think about it before you do something you wish you had.
I've already done something I wish I hadn't. Nice to see you're capable of some emotion.
Mark, don't go.
Yeah, I guess I just ruined my chances of getting on the ethics board, huh?
If there was a method that would bring an end to heart disease, lung disease, or say, Alzheimer's, should we pursue it?
Of course.
What if it involved testing on human subjects?
Assuming we were working within the law, I'd say we'd have to weigh the risks against the benefits.
What if the tests were only done on deceased patients?
What is this about?
These are the types of questions the ethics board will be asking candidates. You have my back. I'll have yours. It's your career, Mark. Don't let her derail you.
Dr. Bellows.
Nothing else. Just about to look in on Lefferts.
Wheeler is done here.
Sir.
She accessed confidential patient files. I don't care who her grandfather was. The friend is suspended, and Wheeler has to go too. Now, I've already told administration and I expect your support.
Sir,
You're making me wonder, Bellows. Don't.
Mark.
Julia, hi. I'm so sorry I haven't come by. I meant to. Many times. I just haven't.
I was married to a doctor for over 40 years. You don't have to tell me. Come on in.
Well, it's great to see you.
Hey, Mark.
Liza, hi.
Hi.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good, you too. Hey, Donna. Sweetie, time for nap.
Hi, Donna.
Can you stay for lunch?
I wish I could. I gotta get back to the hospital.
Okay.
Thank you, though. Sleep tight, though.
Bye.
Good to see you. Yeah, you love him so much. It's hard to imagine he's not around anymore.
I know.
I saw him that morning, and I didn't know he was depressed. I would have done something. I would have said something.
You know, just remember all of the lives that he saved, all the lives he brought into the world. That's what I'm doing.
Did he give you any indication as to what he was struggling with?
No.
Did he leave a note? Or...
I only wish he had.
Just doesn't seem like him, you know, not leaving his house in order.
He came home from work and went straight to his den.
I know this is awkward, but would you mind terribly if I look through his papers, his files?
You want to look through his papers? Well, he didn't bring his work home.
Laptop?
His laptop, he always left the laptop at his office. And I'm sure that everything's been cleared out by now.
I'm sure.
He's in God's hands now.
Susan Wheeler?
Sorry, can I help you?
Can you come with us, please?
Dr. Bellows.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning. I'm a little embarrassed. Do you mind if we look inside your car?
What do you mean? Why?
Well, we got a call. Now, it's within your rights to refuse, but if you do, I have to tell you.
I see. Is this a new policy for the entire staff, or just me?
That's what they paid me to do, sir.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Knock yourself out.
Jump.
Make sure you look carefully, especially under the seats. That's empty. You're my witness.
As Assistant Chief of Staff, I've called for an investigation into your conduct. Mr. Powers and Ms. Chen serve as counsel for the hospital, and Mr. Oren represents the corporation that owns Memorial.
Susan, you might not be familiar with my role at the hospital. I don't meet many students. I'm in charge of the day-to-day operations. That means I'm responsible for the privacy and well-being of the patients and for the conduct of everyone employed at Memorial.
I'm a medical student. I'm not employed by Memorial. If your actions result in the injury or death of a patient, Memorial will be named in the resulting lawsuit. Although you do not receive compensation, legally speaking, you are an employee.
Now, the first thing I need you to do, Susan, is to take a look at this list. Now, these are verifiable instances where you attempted to circumvent the privacy policies of Memorial and used another employee's ID to access computerized records of patients, as well as those accessed by another student, Jennifer Randall, your roommate, I believe.
Each of these patients was in a coma when they were discharged.
I was just trying to figure out why.
I need you to sign this.
Is security here to keep people out or to keep us in?
Dr. Stark.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
This is a disciplinary hearing, Dr. Stark.
Memorial has a problem. Wheeler here has identified it. Should be given a pat on the back.
Well, then I tell you what. You can give the deposition when something this girl does gets the hospital sued.
This really doesn't concern you, Doctor.
I'm Chief of Staff, Phil. Everything concerns me.
There are people we all answer to, even the Chief of Staff. I wouldn't want this to come back and bite you.
Don't let Phil get to you. He's got a wife, 3 kids, and a mother he loves. He's not really a jackass. It's just part of his job description.
I will bring this up with the board, not just the memorial staff, the entire board.
I believe in Susan. And I will personally guarantee her future conduct.
Very well. You seem to have made a powerful friend. Hold on to him.
I have something to show you. This will be the Memorial Children's Health Complex. And the financial climate where other hospitals are going under left and right, we are expanding. You know why, Susan? People who care, people like yourself, will be the foundation upon which this future will be built. So let's talk about these coma statistics. We became aware of this issue a year ago, and a panel was created to study it. What troubles me is that some of the panel, Dr. Nelson, for example, might be inclined just to cover their asses, and others may actually try to suppress the truth because it does expose certain incompetence or carelessness on their part. You are a fresh pair of eyes. You're not involved in the sordid politics of this place, and so I would be really curious to see what you might come up with if you were to dig around a little bit. One caveat, one requirement, is that you bring anything you find directly to me and only me.
Well, Mark, Dr. Bellows has also been very helpful.
Susan, only me. I know it sounds paranoid, but he's close to Dr. Lindquist, she's close to Dr. Nelson. You get the picture. Don't trust anyone.
Anyone?
Almost anyone. What?
Well, I feel like there might be some answers at the Jefferson Institute, and I can't even get in there.
Now you can.
Thank you.
Looking to take over Dr. Taylor's office?
Dr. Nelson. No, I'm just, I'm looking for something.
What?
Dr. Taylor's laptop, actually.
Probably at the house.
No, Julia said it was here.
Julia. And, what do you want with it?
Nothing, she asked that I find it.
Well, I assure you, the office has been thoroughly cleaned out.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Okay, well, it was worth a shot.
So you know, I tried to have Susan Wheeler dismissed from Memorial.
I heard that. How'd that work out for you?
Loyalty to the family legacy seems to have superseded common sense.
Thanks.
I think you struck a nerve. There's a lot more going on around here than we think.
What?
I just found pills in my car.
Pills? What pills?
Oxycontin. At least 200 of them. Somebody's trying to set me up. I heard Stark came to your rescue.
Yeah, he promised to give me access at Jefferson.
Are you sure you can trust him?
That's what he said about you.
Excuse me. Are you with the tour?
Yeah, I have an appointment.
Well, come around that way. I'll take you there.
Identification. You like my babies?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
This one's Chinese, and this one's mulatto. But still, they'll always be my babies. You're not with the Helix Global Care Group.
No. Dr. Stark arranged a tour.
Oh, yes. Now just stay with the tour. No use of cell phones. And no photography, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Modern technology. This will be a demonstration that only our professional visitors get to see. Barry, bring 143 up to visiting suite 6. Families need to feel like their loved ones are in a friendly, soothing environment. Visits must be arranged in advance, and we try and schedule the same room to establish a sense of continuity. We can transfer patients to any one of our 10 visiting suites. Our breakthrough technology allows families to see loved ones in a comforting setting while eliminating bedding and associated costs for the Institute. Remember, our families are completely unaware of this technology, but it's only one of the many improvements we've made in the field of long-term care. And now for our control room. From this room, we can monitor any patient's vitals. It's also where we control the transfer of patients to and from the visiting suites. And I remind you again, no pictures, please. Barry, will you return 143 from visiting suite 6 to area 1?
Roger that.
Thank you. And now, if you'll join me for some refreshments, and then we'll have a short presentation.
Gentlemen, a young medical student has wandered off the tour. She's in corridor B. Pressure on the floor in area 1. All security report.
We're on it.
Come on, people. It's one tiny little girl. on, just get them all out of here.
This is where our tour ends.
Nobody understands the costs until they see benefits.
I'm looking for keen minds who can help me take this project to the next level.
Why are they hanging?
I know it may be shocking at first.
Found cameras in my apartment.
They're watching you?
I know what's going on, Sam.
Oh boy. In all 10 coma cases, the procedures were done in OR 8.
You're saying that they're choosing the patients?
Where's Susan Wheeler? It's gonna be $1 billion business.
Do you really think things are different at any other hospital?
Freeze!
This is human sacrifice.
That's right. That's exactly the right word.
Go to aetv.com/coma and dig deeper into the Coma conspiracy.
He did not go into a coma because of some reaction.
You'll find bios of the cast, characters, and executive producers.
We're rolling, guys. Action.
Get an inside look at the making of Coma and visit the character map to uncover how the characters are connected. Get more at aetv.com/coma and watch the Coma Encore presentation right now.